Jamie, what's the latest at this moment at the club?
Well, as you have said, Eric, I'm outside the Barcelona club's offices. Right here, in just 1 hour, there will be a demonstration of Barcelona fans that do not agree what's happening at the club. Basically, they want to come here to protest and express themselves against President Bartomeu and to show their support to Leo Messi, just like what happened yesterday. But they assure me that today it will happen in bigger numbers. What's happening inside the club? Well, everybody's upset in Barcelona again. Why? Because the club officially presented Trincao. President Bartomeu signed that contract here just behind me. While that was happening outside the stadium, just here in front of this door, some dozen of fans were shouting and asking President Bartomeu to leave. But when it was time to appear in front of the media, it wasn't President Bartomeu, it was the new sports director, Ramon Planas, who had to attend the media. And a lot of people here believe that's an act of cowardness from President Bartomeu, not showing his face in front of the media. And some reports right now are telling that President Bartomeu wants to meet personally with Leo Messi this afternoon. What I can guarantee you is that that meeting won't change anything about Leo Messi's intentions of leaving Barcelona. That is a final decision. In Argentina, they say that Leo Messi will start training sessions next week, just like it was planned, because we knew yesterday that he probably had the intention of not starting training just to add some pressure with Barcelona. And last, Eric, I have to say, the club, inside the club, they are still saying exactly the same thing. We know that Messi wants to leave, but we won't ease things for him to leave. We won't accept him leaving for free. So it's important to understand that there could even be a legal battle between Barcelona and Leo Messi because of that clause that Messi can leave at the end of the season. We'll see who is right and who is wrong.
Well, you mentioned Trincao's presentation, which was today in the shadow of all this news, and we'll touch on that a little bit later. But during the presentation, and you mentioned his name, News Sporting director Planas, saying that the intention is to build the team around Barcelona. So we know that this is going to be a little bit of an arm wrestle between club and player. But Jamie, there's been a lot of ink spilled about the reasons why Leo Messi has made this decision to leave the club. Could you give us some insight into what were the major reasons why this breakup is about to occur?
Well, we've seen what has happened in the last seasons with Barcelona in Europe and Messi asking to build up a squad able to compete in Europe again. He asked specifically for Neymar to arrive, but club preferred to sign Antoine Griezmann. That was the first point of conflict. Then at the beginning of the season, Messi spoke in an interview with Sport newspaper that he wanted a strong squad, and that's the only thing he believed in. He didn't mind about clauses, he didn't mind about money, he only wanted to be able to compete in the major tournaments, just in case Barcelona could win again the Champions League. Throughout the season, we've seen how Valverde was sacked. Messi didn't agree with that. We've seen how he literally said that from January onwards, all the decisions the club made were wrong, pointing directly to President Bartomeu, to Eric Abidal, talking about Eric Abidal, when Abidal said that during the training sessions, players were not behaving well, were not training well. Messi had to stand up and defend his teammates, and then he just feels he was like not explained the truth by President Bartomeu when salary cuts arrived due to the COVID-19 situation. And he's watching right now what's happening at the club. President Bartomeu kept promising that he could build a strong squad for next season, and the only thing he's watching is how the club is saying goodbye to Luis Suarez, goodbye to Arturo Vidal, goodbye to Rakitic, and nobody's arriving, nobody in terms of a top-class footballer. So Messi has said enough. I have enough lies and I'm fed up. I want to really go to a club that promises me something, that I am capable of winning something important in these few years I have left in the top level football.
Well, one of the things that was reported yesterday is that during a dinner between Ronald Koeman and Lionel Messi, Koeman apparently said that the privileges were over for Messi, and that ruffled his feathers. But there are also reports that none of those two leaked that story, so a suggestion that that came from the top, which leads to two questions. Number one, what role does Ronald Koeman play in all of this? And number two, is there any truth to the suggestions that Bartomeu and co have been trying to force out Leo Messi?
Well, Ronald Koeman arrived here with a very clear role. He has to do the revolution or the renovation, put the word you prefer, that President Bartomeu and his board weren't capable to do. So President Bartomeu, what he told Koeman is, you make the decisions, everything you say, we will just obey. And that is the truth. And Koeman arrived here and he said, you, and you out. You will have a secondary role, so get used to it. And I want you, and you. Obviously, there was a meeting with Leo Messi. That meeting, we know what happened and what was said. And we also know that neither Koeman nor Messi was the one leaking the information to the press. So everybody's pointing their fingers to those officers that are behind me. And that probably upset Leo Messi. But what Koeman told Leo Messi, it upset Leo Messi too, because those privileges are over. It obviously is a message towards Leo Messi and everything happening inside that locker room for the last 3, 4 or 5 years even. So what has annoyed Messi is that conversation, but especially the way they are treating his friends, the Barcelona players. For example, one phone call of 1 minute 45 seconds with Luis Suarez to explain him that he's no longer a Barcelona player, that they don't want him here. He's one of the best centre forwards in the Barcelona history. Is that the way to explain something like that to one of the historic players of this club? So a lot of players don't understand what's happening. Messi is annoyed. We saw Luis Suarez annoyed. We saw Arturo Vidal annoyed. And we'll see who else is annoyed inside that dressing room. But there's a sort of a storm going on. And now we understand and we clearly see that battle that we have been explaining here throughout the season that exists between the dressing room, the important players, and the board. Now we see that's true.
Yeah, Luis Suarez, third all-time leading scorer at Barcelona and the recipient of a 1 minute and 45-second call from Ronald Koeman to tell him that he was out the door. Two final questions for you. We can do them together. Number one, is there any realm of possibility here where it's going to be three questions actually, Jamie, apologies. Is there any realm of possibility for Messi to remain at the club? Number two, is this perhaps the answer to Barcelona's financial problems if they decide not to let him go for free, but to actually sell him? And what is the future of Trincao, who's been unveiled, as I said earlier, in the shadow of all this chaos?
This is a sad day for Trincao. Let's start with that, because the day he's officially presented, he's one of the young stars of international football, according to Barcelona, according to some football specialists too. And what a cold welcome, where all the protagonism is about Leo Messi and nobody cares about Trincao, respectfully saying that, but it's not the day to present Trincao. So a lot of expected of Trincao here at the club. I have to say that they won't sell him, they won't give him on loan. He's the future. This is what they say in those offices behind me. Regarding Leo Messi, I don't give him much chance to stay in Barcelona. He has made the decision. He has thought about the decision. Reports are saying that he spoke with Guardiola last week just to understand the capacity of Manchester City to sign him, because it's been a lot of things, as I explained before, one thing after the other, and his patience just arrived at the top limit. He doesn't want to stay in Barcelona. What a sad ending for the legend of this club. And we'll see if this ends on court. And answering the financial situation of the club, obviously, if Bartomeu hasn't resigned yet, it's because of the financial situation. He has to just fix up the numbers of Barcelona right now. That's why they asked Piqué, Busquets, Jordi Alba and Sergio Roberto to cut their salaries for next season. That's why they want to get rid of high salaries like Rakitic, Arturo Vidal and Luis Suarez. And that's why, if Messi really wants to leave, they will have to sit down with him and ask him to bring a huge offer. They are saying something between 150 or 200 million euro. That would help, obviously, financially speaking, Barcelona. And obviously, they would not have to pay the highest salary in the world of football. So, in one hand, they're sad because their best player wants to leave, and that will give him a lot of problems, especially with Barca fans. On the other hand, They are not happy, but maybe relieved with all the money they would save for next season.